Hey y'all, good morning. I don't usually go live twice in one weekend, but we're at the beach, so I thought I'd take you to the beach. Plus, I've been thinking about, it's like a little, maybe a little woo-woo, a little bit of a broad topic, but it's been on my mind, and I think it's important. So even though I feel weird talking about woo-woo shit, I'm going to. But first I'm going to take you to the beach so you can enjoy that view behind me. So today I want to talk to all the people that are fine. You're not fine. And I say that with love because I was one of those people who was fine. I may look back at this video in 3 years and realize right now I'm one of those people who is fine. But it used to be a lot more serious than it was. All right, first, the beach, as promised. White girl at the beach. Very white girl at the beach. It's fine. So let's talk about the people that are fine. There are, I would say, the average American person, and this is probably not exclusive to Americans, but I feel, this is where I live. These are the people I know. And I feel it's especially serious here because of our lifestyle. Most of us that are fine are not fine. And I think that is really the root cause of a lot of what's going on in the world today, in society. Other countries look at us and they're like, what the hell, America? And I feel like it's the vast majority of people who are fine are really not fine. What they are, right? If this is fine, almost everyone in the United States right now today is at this level, and we're pushing ourselves up to this level with little bursts of false pleasure to get the dopamine up, right? So really, you're not fine, but some retail therapy gets you back up to fine. Some alcohol gets you back up to fine. Some food gets you back up to fine. And I'm not trying to say this from a mean or snotty or superior position because speaking from experience, I did all of those things. And it's not a great way to live. You live with a lot of underlying sort of angst, right? It might be anxiety. It might be just this sort of general feeling of yuck, right? Because you're living at this level and only getting yourself up to fine with these artificial pleasures. The problem is each of those artificial pleasures has a net negative consequence. So I know when I was working in corporate, I was really not happy. I probably wasn't in the right role. I didn't know how to manage my thoughts. So even if I was in the right role, I wasn't thinking about it in a way that was very healthy and supportive. So I was pretty unhappy, but I didn't know it, right? I thought I was fine. Give you guys a better view of the waves. And also there's something itchy on my leg, so we're gonna get some water on that. Ew. All right, so I thought I was fine. I would have a crappy day at work, and I would go to Target and buy some stuff. Or I would go to a clothes store and buy a bunch of clothes that I didn't need. And I was living beyond my means. I had a lot of credit card debt. So basically, right, I was not fine, but then the credit card allowed me to get that little bump, that little false pleasure from shopping that got me back up to fine. But then the end result was that I had all of this credit card debt. And some of you are saying, well, I have credit card debt, but it's not because I'm using the credit card to do retail therapy to make myself feel better. It's because I don't make enough money. In which case I would say it's kind of the same thing, right? We're using the credit card to avoid the discomfort of going in and having a conversation with our boss about the fact that we can't live the lifestyle we feel like we need to live on the money that we're making, right? If you have any kind of skills that are in demand at all right now, and you're not looking for a new job that pays better, you're not renegotiating your wages, and you're living off credit cards, that's a problem. right? So you want to stay at fine, so you're avoiding the conversation that's going to make you feel uncomfortable. But then the net effect of that is the credit card debt. So let's look at drinking. When I stopped using the credit card to feel better and using retail therapy, using shopping to feel better, I started drinking to feel better. Now, in my opinion, it never got to the point of being like a serious issue. I never got a DUI. I never like missed anything I was supposed to go to. There was a rug whose life ended tragically due to too much red wine spilled all over it. But, that was the only real tragedy in life. But I knew it was getting out of hand. My husband had stopped drinking years before, and at first it was great because I had a designated driver. But, right, for a lot of people, the alcohol escalates, right? What starts as a glass of wine with dinner on Friday and Saturday night turns into a bottle of wine and like wheat thins instead of dinner on a Thursday night. This is not very healthy. So it's the same thing. Like, you're not fine. You're using the alcohol to get to fine, but then the alcohol actually makes you feel worse later, which means you need more alcohol to get back to fine. Again, this is not everybody. I'm not saying you can never go shopping. I'm not saying you can never have a glass of wine. But if it's you, you know. So I stopped drinking. I'm very proud of myself. Yes, I'm officially no fun. But then it was overeating, right? It's like, let me have a cookie to feel better. And then that leads to excess weight. Whereas once we actually do the work at getting our baseline level, right, instead of here and using substances to get to fine, what if you just actually dealt with all the stuff that's making you feel not fine, and then you would actually feel fine all the time without needing Target or wine or cookies. And that's kind of the secret to my success and a lot of what I teach my clients today. We do talk some about food, insulin, hormones, things like that. But the biggest piece of it is really, if you can clear up what's making you feel not fine, then you don't need a substance to feel fine. And then once you get rid of the substance that you're using to make you feel fine, you don't have the negative side effects of using that substance. Sorry, uphill in that loose sand. I'm a little like, whew, puffed out. All right, that's just my thoughts for the day. Hope you find that helpful. Talk to you later.